News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Make it a preset, y'all. Coming up in just a moment, Trump has bad polling coming in, and not horrible, but it's not good. It's not moving in the right direction. Harris is closing the trust gap with Trump on the economy. And more and more on this, and I'm getting a little concerned, to be honest. So we'll talk about that. And I'm not foreseeing it getting better in the near future, but who knows on this world we live in with politics and everything. But tonight is North Texas Giving Day, and we have just a couple hours left to donate, and we're a couple $1,000s short of the goal to have a donor match the first $20,000 of donations on North Texas Giving Day to Kids Beach Club. They're an after-school Bible club for children, grades 3 through 6, and it's an amazing dynamic program that literally helps save children's lives from going in the wrong direction at that perfect age group that they researched and everything. Jack Terrell's the founder of Kids Beach Club, and Jack, of course, people need to know they can donate right now by texting Krok 2024. I would love to read your name and share that you just donated and how much, whether it's $5, $20, $100, 500, 1,000. We've had some unbelievable donations tonight, and every one of you matters, and just text right now, Krok 2024, KROK 2024. And text that to 41444. That's 41444. And Jack, the website, of course, you want to give it out. What is it for Kids Beach Club?
Yeah, it's kidsbeachclub.org, and you click on the donate tab, donate link, and then it'll take you. And the cool thing about that donate link, you ready for this?
Yes.
It'll contribute up to $50,000 on that website. So you go right ahead.
The Bible says you have not because you ask not, so you can always ask or suggest.
You've been talking about saving and saving things and saving the planet and saving trees and saving dogs. And it's about time that we start saying how we can save children. The schools have been inundated with bureaucracy that is causing our professional teachers to give up and cast their and stop.
Yes.
And so as we've come alongside schools the last 18, 19 years, we have seen when school teachers who are amazing, when they see support, positive support from volunteers coming into their school, it not only transforms the children's lives, but it transforms the lives of the teachers, because now the teachers are like, wow, there's hope. I'm not doing this alone. So, there's a lot that we can save if we'll simply begin seeing the opportunities that are there. And that's exactly what Kids Beach Club is. It's an opportunity for the Christian community to raise up and come alongside public schools, get in there, and the byproduct of that is we give every child gets a Bible. And so we've distributed almost 76,000 Bibles to children. It's just been amazing. And
you love on them and everything. That's why I'm so proud to call you a sponsor of this show. It is unbelievable that you guys are a sponsor of my show, and it means everything to me. Jack, what kind of challenges are kids facing every day? I mean, I think you kind of hit on it, but the discipline and the lack of parenting.
Yes. It is a lack of parenting. It's a lack of not knowing what the boundaries are. And the problem is when you go to social media has stripped children of any kind of understanding of a boundary, because social media has no boundaries. And so kids go there and they see that they can do this, say this, watch this, and there's no repercussions. There's no punishment and so they can just do whatever. So when they bring that kind of environment into the school, it becomes corrupt. When they bring that environment back home into their families, it's corrupt. So the only answer for these kids is for someone to say, here's hope. Here's the truth.
Yes.
And the truth can only be found in the person of Jesus Christ, for he's the one who says, I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the life. And no one comes to the Father but through me, by me. And so we bring that, we share that, and we help boys and girls discover Jesus on their own.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable lifeline for children. And I mean, every night we talk about stuff going on in our schools, cultural rot, violence, discipline. The teachers, I'm so happy you brought that up because they're leaving because there's no backup. The administration's overloaded with a lack of discipline and troubled youth, and they can't handle it. And so the teachers aren't allowed to do anything. They have to just suffer, and it destroys the whole classroom. You are changing that. And the other thing is you don't just leave children and throw a Bible at them. You partner with local churches and have volunteers from local churches that are in the schools after school doing this Bible club where they're teaching them God's character, God's words.
Yeah, and these aren't just volunteers that are just showing up and passing out candy and singing Kumbaya. These are volunteers that have all been background checked. They've all been trained. They've all been equipped on how to go into a school and to really make an impact, an eternal impact into the life of a child. So it's not like we're just walking in and playing games and throwing candy. No, this is a real bona fide. We've seen over 26,000 volunteers be equipped. We've seen over almost 130,000 children come through the program. We've seen almost 76,000 Bibles given away. And then, Chris, in 18 years, we've seen 10,000 children recorded that have come to Christ. They put their faith, their trust, their hope
in a public school.
Christ. We're saving our community one child at a time.
And the last thing I want to say is this: the principals, the teachers, and the administrators love you guys, and they are grateful for you because you are changing the course of the school.
Yeah, now, dude. Let me just.
Yeah, we got like 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. One
story. I walked into a principal's office. She closed the door, and I sat down in a chair, and she was real quiet. She looked at me, and the tears began to roll down her face, and she said to me, "Where have you been? Ooh. Where have you been?" She felt alone. And so Kids Beach Club comes in with volunteers, and we provide hope, not only to children, but to administrators.
That's incredible. That's why I can't tell it like you can, Jack, and that's why you're the perfect person that was put in place to this by God to do this. Listen, I just want to tell everybody that this is as real as it gets and as amazing as it gets. I was texting some of my guys today to pray for me on this. It'll go well tonight, and they're like, one of my friends from Lake Highlands, I was in a Bible club. I was a volunteer. I'm like, dude, and that's a strong guy. I remember him from we're good friends. We've been friends since our kids were in Scouts together. Amazing stuff. So listen, they're just everywhere. And thank you for this. And folks can donate right now. We just got Anna that donated $100. That's been matched. Now it's $200, Anna. Thank you. I want to read off your name, whether it's 5, 10, 20, 100, 500, 1,000, 5,000. We've had gifts for $2,500, $1,000, $1,500. It's insane. I've never seen this from my listeners, Jack. I never have. This is crazy in an amazing way.
Yeah, it really is. And so thank you to you, bro, for stepping up and taking on this text-a-thon and share-a-thon or whatever you want to, whatever thon you want to call it, man. So thank you, brother. We appreciate you.
Big old hug like I've given you many in person from the station. We appreciate you, Jack Terrell, president and founder of Kids Beach Club. Thank you, my man.
Yeah, brother. Love you.
Love you too. Very much. All right, there you go. Text Krok 2024 to 41444. Krok 2024 to 41444 KROK 414 KROK 20224 2024 to 41444. Oh, Catherine 150. Woo! Up next, Trump's got some bad polling. Harris Walls is hiding, even according to liberal Axios. Harris had a stronger debate. Polls find Harris closes trust gap with Trump on the economy. Poll finds over and over again, it's not looking very good today. But we're not out, but it doesn't look good right now. We'll talk about that next. Chris Krok Show, News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM 93.3. Make that a preset. 800-288-WBAP is our number. 800-288-9227. Donate now. The first 20 grand are matched. We have a couple thousand left. We need to get over that hump, please. I want to read your name. I want to say thank you to Anna, who gave 100, Catherine, who gave 150. We got so many more of you guys tonight. Austin, 250. BB, 50. JC, 25. Anonymous, 500. Kevy, 25. Thomas, 49. Bill, 1,500. Michael and Cheryl, 1,000. Dave, $2,500. Anonymous, 240. Trent, 10. Anonymously, 40. We need more, guys. Just donate to help put God back in the schools by texting Krok 2024 to 41444. Okay, Trump's bad polling. New York Times survey has Trump and Kamala tied in a national poll. However, this New York Times survey has Harris up by 4 in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania will make or break the election for the most part, truthfully. I mean, there's really very little ways around it. And Nate Cohen, the New York Times pollster, said that this is an unexpected result, pointing out that Biden won the national vote by 4.5 points, but Pennsylvania, he won it by only 1.2. I'm quoting my buddy Eric Erickson in his column today, but here's what the New York Times pollster said as they gave the results today in their poll. It's easy to dismiss any single poll, but we've now found similar results in our last 2 polls of the nation and Pennsylvania. It is becoming a trend among high-quality pollsters. Yes, our poll average shows Harris doing better nationally than in Pennsylvania, but if you focus on high-quality polls only, which is what we call select pollsters in our table, the story is a bit different. Over the last month, a lot of these polls show Harris doing relatively poorly nationwide, but doing well in northern battleground states. Also, it says Kamala won. 56% of the people say Kamala won, including 21% of the Republicans. I'm one of those, I'm sorry to say. Trump did not do that well. Well, only 29% of respondents and 2% of Democrats said Harris was did poorly. I agree. And it's because he was his own worst enemy, as always. Last night he was on Greg Gutfeld. I don't know if you saw it. It was incredible. I mean, it was so fun. And I mean, it was the best talent-filled talk, just having talk and having fun and laughing, and it was remarkable. And even liberal Democrat from the 5, I can't remember her name now, but she was on today, and she admitted, even though she's a massive Democrat, she said it was good. And Kat Tim from Gutfeld show doesn't like his policies, some of them, and I don't think she's voting for him. And she said, I noticed he was particularly giving a lot of eye contact to her and paying close attention to her and stuff in a good way. And she said that was very, very good. So she had nothing but praise about it. It was that good. And he, instead of the yelling, or what, not yelling, but the name calling and the nastiness, he just talked, and he was freaking hysterical, and he was fun. That's what's missing. Meanwhile, Axios says, by the way, my questions for you, I have several questions for you. We also see that Axios says Harris Wall's media strategy is to hide from the press. We all know that. I'll give you some numbers that are pretty shocking coming up. Pelosi, you're going to love this. She said, we had an open primary and Kamala won it. Nobody else got in the race. I'll play that comical piece for you in a minute. Here's my questions for you. If the election was held today, who do you think would win? Take the blinders off, by the way, too. I think there's a decent chance Kamala would win today. I think there's a good chance. I really got to just say it. There's a decent to good chance Kamala would win today if the election was today. And do you feel like the Democrats are doing a coronation, not a campaign? I certainly do. Very little interviews, very little, just almost no policies. So, yeah, this is just a coronation. And you know who put her in? Wealthy people and powerful people. That's who put her in, including Republicans in name only, like Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney. Wealthy, powerful people of all stripes and colors and such. They put her in. You didn't vote for her. That's just a fact. So do you feel like the Democrats are doing a coronation, not a campaign? Does that feel like an American election or something else? What does it feel like? To me, it feels like an appointment. Like our king just appointed the president or something. And does this scare you or worry you as an American that somebody can simply be appointed by the wealthy and powerful. That's really what this is. And do you feel Kamala has earned your trust in how she'd handle the economy? That is the most ridiculous thing. And I got to tell you, I was talking to my friend, Dr. Robert Jeffress, my pastor and one of my sponsors, First Baptist Dallas, and we're going to have him on the show soon. But he was saying that basically, the people are what the people vote for, and that's it. And that's just how it is. So it could be that we are that far gone as a population. And that's kind of what I've told you that I feel if that happens. All right, so our number is 800-288-WBAP. If the election was held today, who do you think would win? Do you feel like the Democrats are just doing a coronation and just powerful, rich people are installing Kamala on us like I do? And doesn't that worry you as an American? Somebody can just be appointed by the wealthy and powerful? And do you actually feel that Kamala has earned your trust in how she'd handle the economy? Wait till you hear these economy numbers. It's ridiculous, honestly. It's scary that they think she could do just as well as Trump. All right, 800-288-WBAP is our number, 800-288-9227. More polling that's not as good either, unfortunately. And you hear Nancy Pelosi say, what do you mean? We had a primary. Kamala was voted in as a primary. What? 800-288-WBAP is our number. All right, y'all. North Texas Giving Day, and this is your chance to donate by texting Krok 2024 to 41444. Look at this, guys. Dawn gave 25. Anonymous gave 50. Another Anonymous gave 50. That's 125. We are now $1,075 short. $1,075. And it's an after-school Bible club for kids grades 3 through 6. And stop saying they took God out of the schools and start putting them in. This is amazing. You guys have been so generous tonight. I want to read your name, and no donation is too small. Please donate right now. You can either text Krok 2024, that's KROK 2024 to 41444, or you can go to kidsbeachclub.org and donate. Also, all the info to do this is on my top of my social media feeds today too. We are only 1,075 away, so let's do it, guys. I can't wait to share your first name. And we got another anonymous donation for 200. Okay, I have a little clock going. 1,075 minus 200. Wait, I did it backwards. What is it? What did I just say? 1,275, right? Is that what I said? No, 1,075. 1,075 minus 200. Okay, 200. Well, that's 875. Okay, good. We're at 875. Let's do it, guys. 875. That's all we need. Every dollar is donated is matched. 875. This is awesome. Please keep it up. What can't wait to read your name, anonymous or not. I'm beginning to love the name anonymous tonight. Inside the Harris Wall strategy of hiding from the media, Axios says they are intentionally hiding. Harris has been a candidate for 59 days, Walls for 44 because of President Biden's sudden withdrawal. During those 59 days, Donald Trump and J.D. Vance participated in over 70 interviews and press conferences with TV and print. Harris and Walls have taken part in 7. Do you understand this? 7 for Harris Walls, 70 for Trump. Vance. I mean, my gosh, America, these polls are saying bad stuff today, by the way, for Trump. This is another one. He's tied for the economy, 46%, according to a brand new Morning Consult poll. That's terrifying. I mean, a woman hasn't given you any information and you're going to vote for her. It's terrible. And she's as good as Trump. When you know what he did for 4 years with the economy, you know what it is? It's the they hate Trump part. That really is it. And whenever he reveals some of the negative traits that they hate, it puts him in the other column. He is going to destroy himself if he doesn't stop the negative stuff. He really is. And it'll make me extremely angry. But right now, I want to share the rest of this. Our number, by the way, is 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227, 800-288-9227. This is, this is not good. I think there's some stuff I'm seeing with Oprah tonight that is humanizing her a little bit, and she starts getting confidence and doesn't mess up too much. She's going to win this. So we are not there at all. Here's what else I have. A forecaster who correctly called the 2020 result from Northwestern University. He's a data scientist. He correctly predicted the 2020 election, and he tells Fortune magazine it's gone from drastic landslide in Trump's direction to a drastic landslide for Harris. The correlation between betting odds and the anticipated popular vote is part of his formula. That's where this is headed tonight. His rallies are not helping. They don't do anything to change people's minds. They don't. The press takes pieces of whatever he says and that is negative and uses that. They're out to destroy him. It's working. She and Walz are hiding. So, and I wrote in my notes reading this story right now about Inside Harris Walz's strategy of hiding from the media from liberal Axios. She is hiding from you. She is hiding from you. So it's amazing and it's disturbing. So that is what we have. I got some other polling, but here's my questions for you. Oh, and Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi is was telling us today on social media. There's a little video of her talking about this. She was asked about Kamala not being, voted in, not being elected. And Pelosi gives it's a really unbelievable answer. I don't know if she believes this because she's so old, if it's the best she could do on the fly, or what. Here we go.
Said you wanted a sort of an open primary if Joe Biden stepped down. Did you change your mind because you saw all the excitement around Kamala Harris?
No, I didn't change my mind. We had an open primary and she won it. Nobody else got in the race because she was politically astute. And that was the thought. Let's show our talent. We have a great bench. We had an open primary and she won it. What? Wow. So this is it. They are installing the rich and the powerful of our nation, even Republicans in name only like Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney. They are installing their preferred leader and telling you who to do and who to vote for and what. So that's what I'm seeing and that's what I think. And that's a very disturbing place. If the election was held today, who do you think would win? And today I have to say Kamala. And do you feel like the Democrats are doing a coronation and not a campaign? Does this feel like an American election or something else? And does this scare you or worry you as an American that somebody can simply be appointed by the wealthy and powerful? Do you feel Kamala has earned your trust in how she'd handle the economy? I can't believe that. She's the one who destroyed this economy. She tied the casting vote. She cast the tying vote for. She cast the tying vote for 3 bills that spent $2.5 trillion. Her and Joe spent $5.6 trillion in 3.5 years. That's more than double what Trump spent in 4 years and with COVID. Stunning, isn't it? They're destroying this country. Young black men are turning, but it's still not enough from what I'm seeing in all these polls. Young black men under 50, 21% of them are voting for Trump. 1 out of 5, more than 1 out of 5. And I like that. Black women under 50, 13% are voting for Trump. So, what's a little over 10%, a little out of 1 out of 10. So those numbers are very good, and that will help. But it's just not enough. And I can't believe that what's coming in lately. All right, by the way, look at this. We now have only $790 away from our goal for Kids Beach Club to have every dollar doubled and matched. And DC just gave $20, which means we're now only $770 away. I'm telling you, if we get a bunch of donations from $5-10 from people like you, then we will close that gap and put God back into the schools across North Texas and all across America. This is how you change the direction of a kid's life. Addie just gave $50, so now we're at $720. This is amazing, you guys. Please keep this up. We need to do this and get this done here by the end of the hour. 800-288-WBAP is our number, 800-288-9227. Your thoughts about these numbers, and do you agree with me that Kamala would win today? I can't. It's hard saying that, but she would win if the election were held today. She would win. She would absolutely win.
There's some bad news, though. Bad news, really bad news, separate from Trump. And second poll shows overwhelmingly the majority of voters don't care about Taylor Swift endorsing Kamala Harris. I can't believe that. Are you kidding me? Come on. Tay-Tay's endorsement means everything, doesn't it? No? Jamie and Denton, WBAP.
Hey, Chris, I've been listening since the beginning, and, I've been talking to some Republican friends that I go to church with, and we're all Trump supporters, but the biggest fear we have is that he's going to lose just because, like you were saying earlier, because he's Donald Trump, and there's so much hate going around.
Don't you think it would be different if you... Did you see him on Greg Gutfeld's show last night?
Oh, yeah, he was great.
Wasn't it better than anything he's done, like, in a long time?
Yeah, and I just wish, I wish he'd act like that a little bit from the beginning. I know he's Trump and he's going to be who he is, but that's my biggest fear is a Republican that we're going to lose just because, he's Donald Trump. He's
giving so many gifts to the liberal left and to the liberal media that hates him by saying things that they're screaming tonight about different stuff. There's a story that came out about the African American lieutenant governor of North Carolina, and apparently he was doing some vile things and saying some horrible things online at some black pornography site or something that they unearthed. And I saw some of these people on CNN like yelling at him like it's Trump's fault because he endorsed the guy. He doesn't know what this guy does in his personal stuff online. So it's like, and how many people, and they're like, well, he endorsed him. And it's like, I'm thinking about, like, remember what's his name? John Edwards. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
John Edwards, that sleaze dirtbag, that filthy man. All the Democrats were humping his leg until that came out. So it's like there's no equivalency here. There's no. It's not a story, but any chance they get to yell and call Trump a racist, a hater, and all this stuff, and this country is. It is in a bad way right now, and then I cannot. If we elect this woman as a country, then really our country is going in a bad way, and it's not going to be getting better anytime soon.
Yeah, I've got a newborn baby, and the thought of Kamala Harris just terrifies me, like shakes me to my core.
Well, it should. She doesn't know what she's doing, and she said that. What was the thing she said in the CNN interview that she did with Tim Walz, that her values haven't changed, and her values are to no illegal should be a criminal. Every illegal should get free health care. Every illegal, any illegal that wants to have a sex change surgery while they're in custody of ICE should get one paid for by us. Any transgender person in prison who wants a sex change should be paid for by us. Gun buyback mandatory, meaning they show up at your house, take away your gun, they give you some cash, but all your guns are going to be taken. She now says she's a gunner. I mean, it's all a lie. She wants reparations for African Americans. Anything and everything that is unbelievable. This woman is, and this woman does. She said she would ban fracking on day one, and now she does. It's all a lie. And she hired. Last thing, I'm going to let you go. She hired a woman who ran the campaign for the Prime Minister of Great Britain, who won. And he was a very liberal leftist guy. He ran as a moderate and won. And then now that he's been governing for 6 months or a year, he is full blown leftist. And Kamala hired that woman. They ran his campaign, flew her here, and she's helping run her campaign now. So that's who she's going to do. She's going to be totally centrist, and then she's going to do her leftist. And the American people are possibly too stupid to see that. I appreciate your great call, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And remember, her first idea to stop inflation is to fix prices in grocery stores, like in Venezuela and Cuba. Venezuela Cuba just ran out of bread. I saw. Something of that nature. This is what happens. All right, I got to roll. Donate right now. We literally have only $720 left to donate, and then we get to the goal of getting matched everything you donate by texting Krok 2024 to 41444. Text Krok 2024 to 41444. Coming up next, Puff Daddy's a lot of really, really horrific things that are coming out today, and it involves children. All that's coming up next to the Chris Krok Show on News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Okay, y'all, we only need $720 more to match every single dollar from that generous donor who said the first $20,000 in donations will be matched for Kids Beach Club, After School Bible Club for kids. All you have to do right now is text Krok 2024, KROK 2024 to 41444. And I want to tell you, too, that I don't care if it's $5 or $1. Mrs. Krok and I gave about 3 nights ago, and it took us 20 seconds. I cannot wait to read your name here in this segment, so go ahead and do that right now to help put God back into the schools. All the information is on my social media account, too, or you can go to kidsbeachclub.org to donate right now. Okay, so there's some really sick stuff on Puff Daddy that's coming out. We have... from Daily Mail, there's a new book that's being released called Kim's Lost Word. It's from his late wife, Puffy's late wife, Kim Porter. They're a collection of the diaries from Kim Porter, the mother of 3 of his kids who died of pneumonia 6 years ago, leaked by her friends. It describes Combs' colorful love from the 90s through Porter's final year, alleged philandering with male and female pop top musicians, rappers as well, debauched orgies at his home, which she took part in, disturbing allegations about him slapping her, making death threats to her. She accounts discovering and making copies of tapes that Puff made of himself having sex with young boys, and he was managing. See? Including an alleged tape involving an 18-year-old pop star who went to be a household name. Wasn't that Usher that said he was was there at the camp when he was a kid and stuff, and said it was unbelievable. So, I don't know if it was him. Google it. I don't want to say somebody and I'm wrong. The publisher based out of L.A. says Porter shared a thumb drive with her writing from close friends. So anyways, that's that. And I got a picture of Leo DiCaprio at one of his parties. His pictures of topless women all over themselves. So it's incredible, and it's going to be worse and worse and worse. This is going to be worse than Epstein, I think. All right. Usher, that's it. I knew it was Usher. He said he saw very curious things, from when he lived with Diddy for a year at 13 years of age. Now, there you go. I hope it wasn't him, but I would not be surprised. That's what he saw. When he said that, I said, okay, that's probably he saw kids being diddled. But he didn't want to admit it. Maybe he was. Maybe he'll come out on that. I don't know. God help him.